America is in debt over $16 trillion and is rising by nearly $150 million every hour, according to DefeatTheDebt.com, which was updated in 2013. We hear daily news reports about Congress and the President trying to work out the country's budget where it is more fiscally sound. While Americans are screaming for government reform and fiscal responsibility, our own households are in debt as well. I found a picture online that represents the current state of our country and many of our households. It's pretty self-explanatory. The average American puts $0 in a savings plan every year, but instead lives paycheck to paycheck. According to Wall Street Journal, 70% of Americans are living paycheck to paycheck, but only 55% are actually worried about it. That means that 15% of America's population doesn't even care that they are in debt and are living paycheck to paycheck. 8 out of 10 homes in any given community are in debt. Whether it's the richest of neighborhoods or the poorest of slums, it doesn't matter. With rising healthcare costs, inflation, and expenses, families in America today are one healthcare crisis away from financial disaster. My name is Danielle Box, and I'm here to persuade and teach you how to get out of debt. The very first step you must take and do in order to get out of debt is to put $1,000 in an emergency fund in the bank. This is your first priority. You cannot move on to the next step in getting out of debt until you complete this. I want you to save up this money as fast as you possibly can. The faster you can get this money in your emergency fund in the bank, the better off you will be. This $1,000 is for emergencies only. So let's say that you have done really, really well this month. You've finally gotten your $1,000 and saved up. You've paid all of your bills. You don't feel like cooking, so as a reward, you eat out at your favorite restaurant and take money out of your emergency fund to do so. That's okay, right? I mean, you've been working so hard. No. This money is strictly for emergencies, such as medical emergencies or vehicle emergencies, like if your tire blows out. That doesn't mean buying that new car that you've had your eye on for months now. The second step is to stop borrowing money for purchases. Maturity is learning to delay pleasure. I'll say this again because it's very important. Maturity is learning to delay pleasure. You see, children want the toy and they want it right now. Adults want the toy, but are willing to have patience and to delay the pleasure of having the toy in order to be smart with their money so that it won't cost them. Instead of borrowing money, pay cash. Borrowing money to make purchases is costing you a lot of money. You must pay with cash. The third step is to throw away your credit cards and only make purchases with cash or a debit card. This goes hand in hand with the second step of not borrowing money for purchases. We truly only deserve what we can pay cash for. We don't deserve brand new cars or any other item if we have not saved the money and cannot pay for them. If we haven't earned them, we don't deserve them. Finally, be disciplined and save money. Budget your money every month. Spend it however you want, but make sure that every dollar is accounted for and that you know where every dollar is being spent. Find ways to cut corners and put money in savings accounts or invest them in mutual funds. Let's take a look at these two individuals. Do you realize that Bobby, after 8 years of investing a total of $16,000, that's $2,000 each year, he has saved, next slide please, $120,220 versus Arnold, who spent 13 years saving $2,000 every year has saved a total of $62,785. The difference is $57,435. It is so important to start saving for a retirement early on. Don't wait. Don't be like Arnold and wait. He never caught up with Bobby. Here's an example that will prove this point also. A 30-year-old couple made $48,000 a year. They saved $600 a month for 40 years. From the age of 30 to 70, next slide please, they will have $7,058,863. Again, it is very important to save money. I hope that you can now see the importance of living debt-free in order to build wealth. If you will learn how to budget your money wisely, I promise you won't be sorry.